You down with DVN? Yeah, you know me. You down with DVN? Oil and gas is our friend. You know it is. And when a problem comes along, you must whip it. Hey, Bart, isn't that the band Devo? Aren't we talking about the stock Devon? That's right, Terry. Welcome to the Wealth Snowball. I am your lovable host, coming to you live from the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana, up in northwest Indiana. Devon Energy. Let's talk a little bit about Devon Energy Corporation, which engages in the exploration, development, and production of oil and gas properties. The company, headquartered in that lovely city, they're headquartered in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and they currently employ 1,600 full-time employees, and Devon's operations are focused onshore in the United States. We like onshore in the United States, don't we, Bart? America! We do. We do like companies that operate in the United States. All those sweet oil jobs and good. All that dollar bills coming in for the citizens and the economy. Black gold, Texas tea. Devon Energy, I'll tell you this, they've been one of my stock and options sweethearts since I began trading options. I don't know, all the way back. We got to go all the way back to late November 2022. That far back. That's when I began trading options and focusing on individual dividend stocks. So according to TikTok, that basically makes you an expert, huh? Nope, I'm not an expert, not at all. In fact, I only play one on iTunes and YouTube, so please refrain from your urge to follow me with any of this investment advice. I did purchase my very first shares of Devon Energy on November 29th, 2022, and then I began establishing a position through outright purchases and lower probability put sales, selling put options just out of the money with the hopes of getting assigned those shares, but at a cost slightly under the market price. And I was able to put together a 1,200 share position with stock options. With stock purchases ranging from $58 to $68 a share. But then sadly on January 20th, 1,100 of my shares were called away at $64 a share when my 11 contract call was exercised. So I thought it'd be a good exercise for me. Hey, you used exercise twice. Beat it, Terry. So I thought it'd be a good exercise for me to know exactly how I've done thus far with my sweetheart Devon Energy. And as I said, I established a 1,200 share position at a cost of $74,650, which gave me an average cost of $62.20 per share. And on January 20th, 1,100 of those shares were called away at the $64 strike price, which returned $70,400 to my sweet phalanges. And my very first option trade with Devon Energy was on November 29th, and I sold a $70 call with a December 2nd expiration and collected $42 in premium. Since that time and up to as recently as February 7th, I've sold puts, calls, and bought to close a number of Devon option contracts. In doing so, I've collected a total of $2,338 in premium. That's not too bad. It's not bad at all. And on December 30th, I tore open a late Christmas gift and was excited to find a $945 check, a dividend check, made payable to yours truly. Hey, Terry, wheel over that abacus. Let's do some math on this. What do you say? Okay. So if we take the $70,400 we received from the 1,100 shares that were called away on January 20th, and we add to that the current value of the 100 remaining shares that we have, which at this very moment, they're trading at $63.35. Add in the premium we've pocketed, $2,338 bills, y'all. topped off with the $945 dividend collected at the end of December. That gives us, drumroll please, a total of $80,018. So then if we subtract our total invested capital, which is $74,650, we get a net profit of $5,368. And if we continue our abacus assault, we divide the profit of $5,368 by the original investment of $74,650, and we then find ourselves with a nice tidy return, of 7.1% on invested capital in the short time frame of only 2.5 months. If we wanted to then stare starry-eyed at the hypothetical annualized return, we would take 12 months in a year and divide it by the 2.5 months that elapsed in our current investment return. And then from there we would have an opportunity to repeat this type of investment 4.8 times per calendar year. So according to my fingers and my toes, 1, 2, 3, carry to 1, 4.8 opportunities in a year multiplied by the 7.1% return that we did realize, that would equal 34% annualized, super hypothetical. Can't stress that enough. 34% annualized, super hypothetical return on investment. Hey, that sounds like a lot, Bart. That is a lot, Terry. So I am excited to see such numbers, but who knows? Who knows where we'll end up after 12 months of actually trading Devon Energy, collecting premiums, hopefully pocketing more dividends as well. Because you never know. You never do know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. So you just start, licking and counting. So that's what I've been doing here with my sweetheart Devon Energy. And Devon, they do report their fourth quarter earnings tomorrow after the bell. Today is, what is today? It's Monday, February 13th. So tomorrow, Valentine's Day. Took Sparkle out to a lovely romantic dinner last Saturday. Had a good time over at Gamba's in Maryville, Indiana. Where'd that come from? So tomorrow after the bell, Devon will report their fourth quarter earnings, and the stock, as I said earlier, it currently sits at $63.35 a share. It's down a little bit from Friday's close at $63.53. And then, Devon has hinted that because of that warm weather in the fourth quarter, natural gas prices, they haven't been doing so well, have they? So it'll be interesting to see what comes out in the earnings call tomorrow. I'm actually hoping for the market to react negatively to the report so that the share prices, that takes a little dip. Because you know what we do over here at the Wells Snowball? What's that, Bart? We buy that dip, baby dip. Buy that dip, baby dip. So also, I was thinking about this. It won't be long before Devon is going ex-div again, ex-dividend. So I'd love to hold another nicely sized position, preferably under $60 a share, to hold long-term, or at least through the next dividend payment. And my friends over there at Yahoo Finance, they currently rate Devon underpriced with a green arrow up, short-term, and red arrows down, mid-term and long-term. And as we know, oil and gas, it's cyclical. So I understand their thoughts on the mid and long-term. Over there on the alpha spread, they rate Devon as 44% undervalued on a base case scenario. Base! How low can you go? The authors over at Seeking Alpha, I like Seeking Alpha, they have Devon Energy rated as a buy with they use like a 1 to 5 scale over there, with 1 being burn your stock certificates and invest in Beanie Babies, and 5 as, hey, sell off your most valuable children and invest all the proceeds in Devon Energy. So their 1 to 5 score for Devon, they've got that at a buy rating at 3.6. And then those propeller heads over there on Seeking Alpha, they're taping up their glasses and eating their own boogers. They have Devon at 3.26, which is a hold. And then Zach Morris, remember Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell? Over at Zax.com, he has Devon scored as a 3, which is a hold. And they have grades of an A in growth, B in value, and C in momentum. And you know what Michael Jackson said to us? What's that, Bart? He said, A, B, C, easiest 1, 2, 3. We like Devon Energy. I don't think he said that, Bart. He might have. If he was alive today, he might have. So we'll have to wait and see how tomorrow's After the Bell earnings report turns out. The market has earnings per share estimated at $1.75 with revenue at $4,290,000,000 bills, y'all. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's all I've got for you today, my friend. But make sure to check me out over on the YouTube for those live stock options trades and investment breakdowns. That is the YouTube channel, The Wealth Snowball. Please subscribe to it, like the videos, leave some comments. If you haven't already, subscribe to this podcast. And if you're watching it on YouTube, because I've been trying to turn the podcasts, I've had I've employed these boop, 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 R2D2. I've employed these robots that work for me. So I got a robot that takes the audio from this podcast and turns it into a transcription. Is that the word? I think it is. They transcribe the audio from this podcast. I then take that script, copy and paste it into a video service called Pictory. And then I put my audio recording back over it, and then they take the script and my audio, sync it up, and then put in faceless video clips that I then turn into a YouTube video. Who would have thought such a dope like you could do such amazing things? I don't. It's those robots. Beep, boop, boop. So those robots have been turning this podcast into a video over on the YouTube. So if you are indeed watching this podcast over on the YouTube, make sure you clack your way on over to iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts and subscribe to the show. Leave a rating and a review. And of course, share it with a friend, because that rating and review and the likes and all those things, it helps the algorithms and it gets the show out to more than the 4 of us that are listening now. So until next time, have a great day, my friend.